Hey, welcome back to Working Brothers. This is my end of the year 2018 shop tour. I know I already did one of these this year. That was in August, but from here on out, I'm going to try to make it like a end of the year kind of special treat. I know I enjoy watching these videos. I don't know if other people do. And this isn't for bragging. Like I said, I enjoy watching them. It just kind of shows you out where you are with your shop, maybe some holes you have. Nice things you could do to organize and shape up, your own shop. That's why I watch them. That's why I enjoy watching them. Anyway, quick to talk about this shop. It is a storage unit. I live on site. I am a manager of these storage units. I am at a step in my life where I don't have my own home. I'm clearly young, and I'm working through college and working full-time, being a dad, all that other stuff. So kind of making do with what I got, but it works really good. It's 10 by 20, and it makes a pretty good shop when I can close it up at night and come in here and work. So if you're not subscribed, please go down and hit subscribe for future content. We actually use all these tools that I'm going to show you in here, and we do projects and all kinds of great things with them. So don't miss that stuff. Go down and hit subscribe, and let's get to it. So real quick, we'll just start over here in this corner. We got a splitting maul, broom, pick, shovel, basic stuff. Got the ladders, got this step ladder that I got from a customer from my days of plumbing. He gave it to me for free, and then I bought this ladder because I'm climbing up on top of these storage units, fixing leaks all the time, siliconing the roof, and he needed a good multi-purpose ladder. Got my Napa bucket full of dirty shop towels. Made this myself, I'll do a video on it. My extension cord reel, because I don't have power in here. Power my lights that I've hung like a true redneck, and so I have to go run it out to the outlet to power my equipment in here. Starting off with the welding cart. This is one of those cheapy welding carts from Harbor Freight. Very quickly, I will be having a stick welder on that bottom shelf with my Century Flux Core FC90 welder, a couple metal brushes, ground clamp. If you're interested in this welder, go watch my review on it. I'll put a link in the description below for it. A Harbor Freight auto darkening helmet. Just got some extra wire in there. Got some rod for that stick welder I'm getting pretty quick. Tape measure for welding. Anyway, I don't need to go that into depth and everything. On this mechanics tool cart, I've kind of got my air tools. Some of it doesn't really fit, but we'll just run into it. Just a lot of ratchets, adjustable ratchets, extending ratchets, all my adapters, extensions, things like that. Then I got my regular box end wrenches, both metric and standard in this. Then I got all my sockets, my deep impacts, my shallow impacts, deep sockets. Then I have the good old Harbor Freight go-through. I don't remember what they call it, but anyway, it's the go-through ratchet for long bolts that you can't fit a regular deep socket on. I'm probably going to change up the way I've got these drawers. Like this drawer, I'm wasting a ton of space. Got all my ratcheting wrenches. I really like these. That's why I've got such a big collection of them. I think they're the nicest tool I've used when working on cars and stuff. Very easy to use. A couple more welding helmets. My original Lincoln Electric, just standard old basic $20 welding helmet, and then my younger brother's Hobart welding helmet that he keeps here because he took a welding class and needed it, and no longer is doing that, and doesn't have a welder for himself, so he keeps it here. Got all kinds of drawers full of stuff, just some odds and ends, tapes, adhesives, zip ties, manifold gasket, car parts, spray paints, lubricants, carb cleaners, Sta-Bil, air filter cleaner, kind of my electrical drawer, battery, cheap Harbor Freight battery charger, fish tape, that's actually a plumbing tool. else? Just some more plumbing. These are like plumbing parts. I used to be a plumber. HVAC stuff. Just kind of some random odds and ends. Tubings, hoses, multi-use transfer pump, stains, paints, air filter. Kind of my catch-all junk space. Plan on building a little cutting board for my wife out of this spare wood from that project I'll get to in a minute. Have my levels magnetically attached to the top of this. Working on getting these set up. Let's see, tap and die set. Not going to open that up. It's pretty standard. Digital calipers. Just some wire brushes. Grinding wheels, cutoff wheels. Got my torque wrench here, my 1/2 inch, and my Pittsburgh breaker bar. That's probably the number one thing you should purchase from Harbor Freight. My wrench drawer, just got some vice grips. The Milwaukee variety. I like these comfort grip adjustable crescent wrenches. They're nice. Let's see, is this Klein Tools? Nope, Channel Lock. Anyway, I'm not going to go over all this stuff, but got a lot of channel locks for my days of plumbing. Good pliers, a few Harbor Freights. Screwdriver drawer, really awesome Milwaukee screwdriver set. Pick those up if you have a chance. Just some Huskies. Valve core remover. Come on, focus anyway. Nothing special. Pick set, nut drivers, small detail screwdrivers. It's kind of my metalworking drawer. Files, tin snips, turbo shears, riveter obviously. Just kind of the catch-all where I just kind of put some random things. The hammer drawer, it's pretty basic. Pipe wrenches, Allen wrenches, stuff like that. The saw blades, saws. Kind of the woodworking drawer. Got the square, a couple different squares, chisels, chalk line. Awesome tool. Alright, this is kind of like my Dremel drawer, sanding drawer. These bottom two drawers are a mess. I've got to get them cleaned up. Extra saw blades, sander, skill saw, Makita drill, Bosch angle grinder. Got all the Milwaukee M18 set of tools. I'll be adding the oscillating multi-tool. Is that? No. Vibrating. It's the one that goes like this. Anyway. Got one of those coming in there for Christmas. It's my wife's gift to me. Drill bits, bit kits, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's it for this. The Pittsburgh floor jack, really awesome floor jack. Another one of those things that no matter who you are, you really should pick up from Harbor Freight. In my opinion, it's a really great jack. Project I'm working on. If you want to see this project get finished, go down and subscribe. That video will be coming out later. Just a little bit of catch-all, kind of my safety glasses and ear protection and stuff like that. Don't have a good spot for that, so they're just kind of hanging out. Got a few lubricants up there, Armor All for the car. Awesome hose reel. Don't know how long that's going to hold up. That's one of those things I'm a little bit hesitant to buy from Harbor Freight, but I did it anyway. We'll see how that goes. Harbor Freight air compressor, another really great buy from there. The Central Pneumatic 125 PSI. I think it's a 21 gallon. I think. Scroll saw, not even had a reason to open that up yet, but we got that for free. Stupid angle grinder cutoff saw adapter that I got. That thing is a waste of money. Air tank, portable air tank, just some extra tool bags from the plumbing days. My Ridgid table saw, man, I've only used this for a little bit, but Ridgid has a lifetime service warranty on their power tools, And so far, this thing has just been slick, slick, slick. It's been a nice, nice table saw. Just kind of a catch-all, towing ropes, a lot of kind of heavy-duty hardware, grease gun, big stuff like that. Got my paint cans, paint things in there. Got all my gas cans over here. I'll start at the top over here. So we got, I don't even know what's in there. There's just a lot of water stuff in that Neutrina bucket. Got all my funnels and things in the Lowe's bucket. After I wash all those towels, they'll go in there. Got the bucket head. That's a decent vacuum. Definitely doesn't beat a real shop vac though. Got my bench grinder that I mounted to an piece of angle so that I can mount it in my bench vise and save a little bit of space on my workbench. I got a bunch of loose sockets in this from a socket set that I was given. Cobalt socket set, just a basic socket set. I wouldn't suggest buying anything like that because compared to what you're getting from Harbor Freight for significantly less, it's pretty expensive. Got the Bosch hammer drill, really awesome tool. Let's see, I've got, well, I don't want to tug these out, but those are Milwaukee like job boxes. Sorters, I just got all kinds of screws and little knickknacks and things in there, all kinds of little bits of hardware. This is like my plumbing soldering kit basically, but it just keeps all my plumbing tools in it because I don't really want to put them in the drawers. I think that's a really good place for them in case I ever have to get back into that. Then I got my chainsaws, the Husqvarna 440 and the Stihl MS180, both really, really good saws. I'm going to do a chainsaw video coming up, I think, on just throwing out my 2 cents on what chainsaw to buy, so subscribe for that, or look for that if you're a subscriber. Just some other lubricants, slime, antifreeze, oil. And then I got the Rhino ramps. I wish I would have gone to Harbor Freight and gotten their Stihl ramps. These are fine, but they just scare me because they're plastic. Good table that I set up in here occasionally. And we got the work bench. We'll start over here with the Milwaukee chop saw. Really nice saw. I'm enjoying that so far. Wish I had it when I was doing a lot more of my fabrication projects that I was doing earlier. Just some scrap steel, some junk I'm no longer using. Just kind of storing some stuff underneath there. That's just my camera bag there. Got my jack stands, my first Pittsburgh 2-ton jack. I also recommend that thing. What else? Dolly, really awesome dolly. Really good dolly there. I like it from Harbor Freight as well. It's like 39 bucks. More scrap steel. It's kind of my material corner. Eventually I'd really like to screw in to those two beams. Little place where I can hang all my materials from in here. And this is going away pretty quick. I was going to put this one and then one on this side of it too. Of these part sorters, but I think I'm going to take those and just mount them to that workbench over there. Oh, something I missed. Got the little shop stool, mechanic stool. I really like that thing. It's a pretty good little stool for home use. And the Generac generator. I think I missed that. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's the GP330. Made a really horrible purchase there. I would never bought that generator had I knew what I was buying. Kind of a really expensive item to impulse and a really stupid item to mess up on. But I really messed up there. I wish I would not have bought that. But yeah, that is pretty much the shop tour. How could we forget the American flag? Really important part of my shop to me. Not very big. I can't pull my cars up inside like I'd like to and change the oil and do the work, but that'll come in the future. Anyway, I need to close down this video before it gets too terribly long, but thanks for coming along. And for like the 1,000th time, go down and hit subscribe for future Working Brothers content and just general DIY stuff. Eventually, I hope to take this to where I've got like a nice piece of property. Really, my ultimate goal is to have a a small farm. So, you know, if you want to wait around the 5 or so more years that's going to take, stick around, subscribe, and enjoy the long ride it's going to be. But thanks for watching. Have a good night.